Carrie was in a choir and she likes to keep this quiet.
It's crazy. We wasn't planning on having 11-a-side game on the day of my wedding.
It would have gone viral for a different reason.
She was the first one to come up to me and went, "I like you, you can score goals."
Where are you going to sit?
Well, I'm either going to throw my legs over you or sit on the actual chair, so which do you prefer? Do you want...
But then I'm quite small.
So maybe I sit on the chair then.
You try sit there and we'll see how it looks.
Okay.
Bit big.
I'm a bit big, aren't I? Yeah, switch.
Fine.
Sorry. Come on.
Okay.
Let me tell you a story.
Where should I put my legs? What
day
day
are
are
we
we
on?
on? Day 100.
Day 100 in the Big Brother house. We're both feeling great, actually, aren't we?
Yeah, I feel I slept well, so that's always a start. I think I had 9.5 hours.
I was very close to snoozing this morning, and I think in my entire life, I think I've only snoozed twice.
Yeah.
Very close.
But yeah, still I feel like just on a bit of like an adrenaline high from the game, if I'm honest with you, and I don't think that's going to probably go down until the end of the tournament. But yeah.
Had a nice refresh yesterday with family and friends, and we've had a good meeting this morning and we're ready to go again.
Yeah, we had a really nice day off. We went to Cwtsh and saw all our family and friends, which was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah, had a sit down with them, catch up. And
I was adopted by a lot of families, actually. I made my way around everyone.
Yeah, you didn't have your family there, did you? But
No, but I was a social butterfly.
And I feel like we're such a family group that everyone was just going up speaking to everyone's families anyway, so it was nice.
It was nice. Yeah, it was just a little bit of a break because we've been together for so long now.
Yeah, and it's probably one of the longest that I've gone without seeing like any family members or anyone that is like at home. So yeah, it was really nice just to have a catch up. We were just going out for a walk, and then all of a sudden Lois started bashing out Adele on the piano, and
yeah, and then before we knew it, it was in the middle of a concert.
Yeah,
Kerry's very good at the piano too.
Yeah, Kerry's good at the piano, so I feel like they can team up, and also Callum
on the, what's it called?
Harmonica. Callum on the harmonica. I think he wants to team up with Lois. So I think there might be like a team band going on.
Yeah, because they've already printed out the lyrics of Piano Man, so I can see it happening.
I would be in the crowd.
We could make good backing dancers.
Okay.
Two-step.
Maybe you'd be on your own on that one.
Oh, solo career.
Solo career backing dancer. Lily's a very good dancer. She's an enthusiastic dancer.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
Everyone's good at dancing.
Yeah. Maybe a little band.
Proud Mary.
Yeah.
It's always a winner.
Yeah. Carrie was in a choir and she likes to keep this quiet. She was in a Welsh choir.
Was she?
Yeah, she was in a choir.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think she wanted to keep that quiet, but sorry, Carrie.
We wasn't planning on having 11-a-side game on the day of my wedding.
And I'm just gutted that my dress didn't allow me to get involved in the 5-a-side.
I was waving her down. I was like, what are you doing?
It would have gone viral for a different reason. That was class, that was.
It was a little 1-2 with Jazz Matthews. And then straight through my stepdad's legs. Thankfully, he was in goal.
And this video is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, I don't know, it just like went viral. It was crazy. The plan today is to focus on the next game, to get back in game mode for us all. We've had that time away now with our family and friends, so we're just going to get back on the ball, really, aren't we?
We've got training next, so go through the game plan, stuff like that, and this afternoon just like rest, recover, and do all the prep that we need to do for the upcoming game. So like individual clips or reviewing the last game or looking into the game plan for this game. So yeah, it's going to be
a quick turnaround, isn't it?
Yeah, quick turnaround, busy day, but I feel like we feel refreshed to go again.
Mm-hmm. My goodness, God. The fans were just
unbelievable.
They were just something else.
I've never ever experienced anything like it. And I think it puts into perspective like our why and why we're here and what are we doing it for. And I think that's like such a motivator for us as a team, and it has been for such a long time. So it's just so nice to see the impact of like what we're doing and our legacy for women and young girls and for football in Wales going forward. So yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? And
we wanted to take it in. We said that from the start, you know, we wanted to take everything in and that first game just allowed us to take the anthem in, the fans in, our families being there. And I think now we've played that game, I think the second game will be slightly different for us because we've experienced all that
Yeah,
now.
100%.
But we've always said that we wanted to take that in. You know, it's a historical moment for us all, so
Yeah,
it was really important.
yeah. Just honoured to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel really excited and like that I was able to, my family was able to experience something like that. And like I was a part of making that happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm just thankful of all my teammates because I think I woke up with like gratitude on the day. We had like a little gratitude session because I just thought, you know, without your teammates, that doesn't happen. Every single person that you're with right now, like, has helped you have this experience. It's pretty special.
Yeah. Just thank you, honestly, from like the bottom of our hearts. It means so much to us, and I don't know if they realise the impact of their support and what it has on us as players, and it's just a massive thank you to everyone that's, you know, supported, that either came out or even just from home, like the messages and from support even back home has been insane as well, isn't it? And just the reception to us being in our first major tournament has been unreal.
Yeah. Keep supporting us.
And keep supporting us.
And wear your bucket hats. And we're just really happy and just really thankful of you all.
Yeah.
What does a Cwtsh mean to us?
Family.
Family, yeah. Togetherness.
Yeah. Togetherness.
Yes.
We Cwtsh all the time.
We do. Because even on the bus the other day, something popped up on someone's Instagram. Was it your Instagram? And it said a 20-second hug changes.
Yes, it releases like some sort of good hormones, a 20-second hug, so we just decided to embrace for 20 seconds.
And we embraced for 20 seconds and we felt great afterwards.
I feel like we're quite a huggy group.
Yeah, we definitely are.
Yeah.
I actually taught one of my Spanish friends really, really fast when I went over to Betis. She asked about different Welsh words and I said, all you need to know is a Cwtsh.
Yeah, nice.
And then I remember someone was upset in psychology and she went, Radse, a Cwtsh. And I was like, oh my gosh, she remembers it. I only told her once.
Oh,
yeah, and it was like the Welsh word that went around the Spanish fan.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
Because you were not the first guest here this morning, we've got a little message to play to you just before we start.
Okay.
Oh,
Legend.
Helen, we miss you.
We miss you.
Yeah.
And I remember my first cap when I was 16, and I think at this time she'd scored about 6 goals. Do you remember?
I wasn't there then.
Oh, sorry. But she's just been there from like the start of my Welsh career, and someone that I've always looked up to. So yeah, just thanks for always being there and being such a support to me, and I know you probably have.
Yeah, my first home, in fact, my very first camp, we were plastic tied together. We had to stay together all day with each other. So I think that was just start of something special. But my very first home game against Kazakhstan, she came on at half time and scored a hat trick. And then one of my like first proper roommate said, "Oh, can anyone give us their shirts?" And I was like, well, I'm not giving away my shirt. This is my first home shirt. And she'd just come on, scored a hat trick, and she was like, yeah, no problem, you can have mine. I thought, this woman is incredible. She's come on, scored a hat trick in 45 minutes, and she's just given away that shirt. I'd have been taking that shirt and boxing it up.
And that was probably at a time where we didn't get to keep much either.
Yeah, exactly. And it was probably a big men's shirt, wasn't it? And I just thought, wow, she is incredible. Yeah. I'm sticking with her.
Oh, that is cute. That's really lovely. There was nothing better than coming on camp and being with your friends, and the football was almost just a nice byproduct of that at times. Of course, we were always here to work and to train and play, but it is the epitome of family. Just great people, both in the team and around the team, staff, players, and everyone connected to the group is truly special, and I think it's amazing that the world is getting to see that now. And coming into the Wales squad was the best thing I ever did. The first camp I actually did, it wasn't really a camp, it was a fitness testing session. So for me to come back after that suggests I had a really good welcome. As soon as I walked into the room, there was just like a overwhelming sense of warmth and love, and they were like, you can score goals, we'll have you. And thankfully, I managed to deliver. But yeah, that first session, I just felt, as I said, I felt loved. There was no sort of, who's this coming in? She's from over the bridge, you know, we don't want her. There was none of that. I just felt part of it. And I'm, truly grateful for the opportunity to come and be part of what is an amazing group of people, both past and present. Yeah, I think confidence is something that comes and goes, particularly as a forward. Different experiences I've had, felt like I needed to fit in, you know, both on and off the pitch, but here it just happened naturally. I think it was nice that I scored on my debut, and Jane Ludlow was the captain at the time, and she was also the captain at Arsenal when I joined them not too long after my debut. And she can be a scary character, but when I scored against Luxembourg back in September 2008, she was the first one to come up to me and went, "I like you, you can score goals." I thought, okay, I'm all right. If Jane's happy with me, then we're all good. And yeah, I managed to go on a decent run after that. So my confidence was sky high, and the staff and players massaged my ego as much as they could. And, you know, the whole thing on and off the pitch just made confident by the people around me. I think a player's personality is shown off the pitch. And if they're allowed to do that, then they'll go out and express themselves on the pitch. Again, that's something that this group does. They embrace each other. You know, we've all got our different ways and quirky personalities at times. Some people need more space. Some people want to be in amongst it all the time. And that's fine. There's no judgment. There's no questioning people's motives or anything like that. And everybody's got their little group, I suppose, and circle of friends, but everybody all together is one big group as well. And one of the proudest things, I think, for us as a senior group when I was playing was when new players came in, they had that same sense of belonging right from the off, and that's not something that happens often, I don't think, in other teams, other sports, other industries. Quite often, if you're the new person, you might feel a little bit of an outsider, but I don't feel that that's ever been the case. And I think if you're looking to get into football, you've got to really want to do it, and by want to do it, I don't mean you have to want to be successful and win trophies year after year or what have you, but if you just want to be part of a team and it makes you happy, then go for it, because you'll find the best people. Everything good that's in my life probably has come through football, from the people I've met and the opportunities I've had. I met my husband through football, got 2 beautiful kids as a result. Most of my best friends are from football, and I've been to some brilliant places. I'm sat here now in the Cwtsh, which is amazing, and I wouldn't have had that opportunity if it wasn't for football. But it will open up doors in ways you don't know, and that, whether that's just in your small social circles, whether that's in your town, in your city, or if you do get the opportunity to represent your country, it just gets better and better. But I think women and girls football is a safe place where people are allowed to be themselves. They are allowed to express themselves and be happy in who they are. And I think that's something truly unique about the sport. I think a Cwtsh it reflects this team and Wales as a whole. I think the fact that this is called the Cwtsh is absolutely perfect. I think a Cwtsh is perfect because it is truly Welsh, and it is truly a big, warm hug and a sense of safety, happiness, family, and just love. And I think a Cwtsh is just the perfect word to describe how a person feels when they're at their happiest and when they're with the people they love.